Welcome back to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. As always, I'm your host, Nick, joined by my co-host, Joshua.
Nick, it's been like 2 months.
It has, time moves differently out here in space. If you guys don't know, we're Cosmic Kickback. We review movies, television shows, stuff that happens in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. Sometimes we do music, but we are back. We took a little bit of a break. Josh is in grad school, bro. He's in streamer university.
Hey, I'm about to graduate, bro. So
I've also just gotten busy, bro, with work. But we're back. We missed essentially all of August and September, which I feel like is kind of a sleeper month for movies. We had Weapons come out, some television shows. Peacemaker, One Battle After Another just came out. I saw that movie. Absolutely wonderful. I think we're gonna hopefully review it soon if Josh sees it. But
yeah, I'm seeing it tomorrow. So when I get back from ACL, we can probably pump that out. Pause.
Pause on that.
Yeah,
but
right.
Today we are going to be talking about Zach Cregger's Weapons. He directed 2022's Barbarian, which is a film both of us actually really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 years passed, and I was excited to see what this guy cooked up. And I think the finished product that we got, we'll get into it in the review, I think was pretty satisfying. But before that, we got some movie news. A lot happened in the 2 months that we took a little break, so we're just going to go over some stuff that I think that's important. All right, do you want me to start it off?
You go ahead. You start it.
Okay, so we have a couple trailers, but this one is actually a piece of news.
Okay.
That was reported. So the creator of Bane, Graham Nolan, he shared his review for James Gunn's new DCU Superman film, and he called it a narrative mess, and he doesn't care for it.
Wait, what?
I can kind of sum up what he said.
Wait, who said this?
Graham Nolan. He's the creator of Bane.
Oh my God, bro.
He posted this on Twitter, and he essentially just kind of reviewed the film. He said, quote, "Finally saw Superman on HBO last night. Superman has a historic outburst after another and wonders why he's mistrusted. Way too beta. His parents are from Kansas and sound and act like they were inbred in Kentucky.
What?
It's a narrative mess as scenes jump confusingly. Too many characters with no intro to who they are. I know Steve Lombard's background, but Normie doesn't. Perry White smokes a cigar with no smoke or ash. Calling fight plays during a fight, that's idiotic. Why would we never see Metamorpho do anything but try to break up the war at the end? It happens all so fast. I have one unbreakable rule when it comes to movies and entertainment. Make me care. I'll buy all kinds of bullshit you're selling if I care about the characters and stakes. For Superman, I didn't care." That's it.
Bro, what? Wait, so
I think that's so this guy, he's the creator of Bane, which is crazy because, I feel like he's kind of shooting himself in the foot with this. Like, he potentially could work for James Gunn or make a DCU movie. Honestly, a Bane movie would be cool, but this is just a crazy take. And honestly, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but damn.
Bro,
a little harsh.
I feel like some people just they must want attention, bro. Like, because he's in the news now because he just said all this. If he would have said something positive, we probably wouldn't be talking about it,
Yeah.
Because this is nuts, bro. Like, you don't have to think the movie is a masterpiece or even like it, but to say to say that Superman's a beta male and this other stuff, what? At this point, it's like I don't even. I once I heard that, it sounded like I was talking to a teenager. So I was like, I don't even care what this person says anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what character he created. That's just kind of embarrassing, low key.
Hey, the bro's 63 years old. I honestly, if I just read that to you as a review, you probably would have thought a teenager wrote it.
Yeah, I would have thought it was.
I would have been surprised, oh no, it's actually a comic book creator.
I would have thought it was a letterboxed review.
Gosh.
Well, that guy just, I guess now, if James Gunn ever uses Bane, I guess I don't know, bro. That guy's not gonna be on set.
Apologize.
That guy ain't gonna be on set or even writing for it, bro. That character belongs to DC now, bro.
Dude, this guy helped. He worked on Batman Ninja, which came out in 2018. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I have seen that.
Dude, that's a good movie.
It's pretty solid. Hey, is Batman a beta male in that?
Dude, that's insane. I can't believe he said that. Way too beta. I mean, well, that's the news, bro. He's kind of just talking shit. I just thought it was really crazy for kind of, I don't know, sending shots at like your own, I guess, franchise or your own like comic book line. And like I said, you cannot like the movie, but I don't know. That's wild.
That's a good thing to start off with.
Crazy, bro's hating. Bro, this guy has to be like he has to be a Snyder fan. He has to, bro. He's got to be a sleeper agent or some shit.
A sleeper agent? Oh my
sleeper
god.
Snyder fan, bro. Swear. All right. Next piece of news. We got the first trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Yep. Josh just watched this recently. I watched this, I think, a couple days after it came out because I don't really have X anymore, so I kind of just see stuff on Instagram when I see it. But hey, I mean, the movie looks solid, despite me not. I don't think I even finished season 3 of Mandalorian, dude. I'm sorry.
God, bro.
It was not good, bro. I stopped after the episode with Lizzo and Jack Black. I was like, I'm done. What are we doing, bro?
Did we not review season 3?
No, and I actually think this podcast, the first episode started with us reviewing, like, season 1 or the first episode.
That's crazy. Oh my god!
Like kicked off the podcast.
Well, it's insane that we're still talking about this now.
It's gone this far.
Well, dude, because I mean, I was saying this to you right before we recorded this. It seems to me when the Mandalorian was being made, when it was created, conceived, it seemed like they had a 1 to 2 seasons max plan for the show, because the way season 2 ends makes perfect sense. Like season 2 is where the Luke Skywalker takes Grogu back, right? Or is that season 1?
No, wait, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, yeah. Look it up so we look like we know what we're talking about.
It's because we haven't seen it in so long.
I mean, yeah, I saw it one time.
Yeah, season 1 ends with Luke pulling up. Season 2 ends with him like trying to put together like his clan. Remember, he gets like the Darksaber, and they're like, "Oh, now there's a power struggle."
Yes, I remember.
Season 2 ended, I think, fine as well. But I agree. The way that it at least looks like it from the outside. If there was just one season of this show, like it was a limited series, I'd be fine with it. But
yeah,
I think Disney got a little greedy.
I 100%, because like if it ended at season 1, then it would be like, okay, cool. Like we figured out the mystery of this baby. It's like part of Yoda's species. I guess they have high midichlorian counts, so it's gonna go train with Luke, and maybe we'll see it grown up in the future movie. You know, it kind of sets a seed. It plants a seed for a potential future appearance. But like, you know, but it plays its role. But I think that they were like, oh my god, this is like becoming a phenomenon, bro. Like people are buying our Baby Yoda merch, our Grogu merch. Like we're getting crazy views.
Baby Yoda.
I mean, yeah, dude, imagine how much money they made just off of like plushes and like little figures alone.
Dude, God, this is so bad to say. I bought my ex a Baby Grogu plushie.
That's what
like
I'm
her
saying.
Birthday, bro. That's how big it was.
Did she get hyped?
They were everywhere. Yeah, she did. She ended up getting rid of it, but yeah, it's all right.
That shit. See, Grogu's dead, bro.
I don't even know what happened to him. God damn. You know what? I think he got donated to Goodwill.
Okay.
Dude, actually, no, I don't want that baby. Fuck that. I'll buy a new one. But yeah, anyways, what you're saying is, I think it just got so big to the point where it's like, man, we should maybe keep this show going.
Yeah. Well, we're hating on it, but I mean, like, they're making a movie. The movie looks good. Season 3 was just a disappointment. It seemed like season 3 was, you know, honestly, what they should have done, they should have never made season 3. If they only had his little cameo episode in the Book of Boba Fett, I guess that would have been fine, because that's like the best episode in that show. And then imagine if we had nothing from that point to now, and then they dropped this trailer. I think now there would be more hype. People would be like, oh, hang on, like I haven't seen these people in a while, like, and they're getting a movie now. Season 2 was pretty good. I wonder what's gonna happen. But since season 3 was so dog shit, and you could tell that they were kind of just like, oh man, like we need another season, pump it out. Like they've just been like gooning for too long, bro. Like there's nothing left in the tank. They got to recharge before they shoot another load.
Yo, I mean, I get what you're putting down, bro. Season 3, I didn't even finish it, like I said, because I felt like the story was kind of being drawn out.
Yeah.
Like I feel like season 1 finished perfectly. Season 2 was a surprise. You know, it was just as good. I I still like season 1 more, but the movie does look good. Maybe they should have just done away with season 3, save themselves money, some money and some time. But I'll be seated for this movie. It looks good.
Yeah, I will too.
I hope this is the last we see of Pedro Pascal. I just
you
don't want
hating
to
on
get
him,
like
bro?
a trilogy. I want it to end. I want it to end in a sad.
Hello, bro. Hello.
Can you hear me?
You cut out for like a good 5 seconds.
My bad. I knocked the cable. We'll cut this part out. Don't worry.
You got so heated, he pulled the mic out. God.
What I'm saying is I just want this story in the Star Wars universe to end so we can get different stories. You know, the Mandalorian's been a thing for like 6 years. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like when something stays, what's the word? When it overstays its visit, I guess, it kind of loses its like magic, you know?
I guess so. I mean, as long as it's good, I don't care how long it lasts. As long as it doesn't stay so long that it's not good anymore, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Favreau is attached to this.
Well, did you see we got our first look at what is it? Is it Grata the Hutt?
Yeah.
Favreau. Is that his name? Grata?
Yes.
Or is it Rata? I don't remember.
No, Rata.
It's Rata. So isn't he played by Jeremy Allen White?
Yeah, I'm looking at this shit. Dude, what is this shit?
Are you hyped, bro? We got the bear in Star Wars universe.
Hands.
He's gonna scream it. I need hands. I want to see how is he gonna talk, bro? Because like Jabba is just like he's just like, you know, like how is Jeremy Allen White gonna be, bro?
Dude, I don't even think he can make his voice sound like that.
Hey, we're gonna find out. I mean, I'm excited to see it, bro. Like I want to know how.
Sigourney Weaver. We haven't even talked about this. Sigourney Weaver's in this. I'm kind of split about this. I don't know how to feel because maybe this is just me, but it feels like when big franchises, like she's obviously big in Alien, and now she's crossing over to Star Wars. It feels like almost polarizing to be like, oh shit, like that's Ripley, but like obviously she's playing someone else. But this character she's played is so iconic, so it's like that's all I can really see. I don't know. It's like well, I don't know. This didn't happen with Guardians because Sylvester Stallone's in that. I didn't see Rocky. I was just like, oh shit, Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. But I mean, she's a great actress. I doubt, you know, she's gonna put in a bad performance. I was just kind of, I guess, starstruck. She was in the trailer. I was like, oh damn, like that's who they got.
I feel you.
Like, it was a surprise. Surprised me.
Well, I'm excited regardless. I don't know if my hype level is too high right now. I'm more hyped for a couple other things we're going to talk about next. But I mean, it's on our radar. I'm sure we'll talk about it. And if you want to get a good transition, you know, you just mentioned Sylvester Stallone. I have a piece of news that I want to talk about regarding him. Did you hear about his ideas for a Rambo prequel?
No, I did not. Oh, he wants to reboot it?
Hang on. This not a reboot, a prequel to First Blood, the first on-screen appearance of Rambo. So this, oh man, I don't even know where to start with this. Okay, so he did an interview recently, and first off, this prequel is happening. It is confirmed. They actually cast somebody as young John Rambo, but this is before they did that. He talks about his original plan. He wanted to do a prequel set in Rambo's like high school. So he's still like a teenager, maybe like a senior, maybe 17, 18 years old. And he was saying that, oh, Rambo's like valedictorian. He's like top of his class. He's prom king. Like, I want to make a movie like that. But so already that's the movie, right? But he said that he wanted to play it himself, and he just wanted them to de-age him, to like AI him. Wanted the full thing to be fully AI, fully. That was his plan. He wanted to do that.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's Sylvester Stallone. Dude, that's what he wanted to do, man.
He is like, oh god,
yeah, he's like 70 something,
almost
right?
80. He's 79, bro. He wants to pretend to be a teenager. Bro, literally the opening scene is like, all right, Sylvester, you're going to have to hop this fence. You're running away from the cops with your friends. Bro, he's going to hurt himself.
Oh my God, dude.
Bro, and not even that, dude. But then he wants to use AI to like de-age him, dude. You know how expensive that shit is?
Yeah, the full thing, the whole movie, a full theatrical
Bro.
film. He's just de-aged. I mean, and if you look at Rambo in First Blood, it was before he got like really jacked. Like he was, in good shape, but he wasn't like, like a wide, like he still was slender.
Wide.
I mean, he's way wider, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like athletic, yeah.
Like he's like, I don't know, bro. Like he looks like a bodybuilder. He looks like an older bodybuilder now. But back then, he just looked like a dude who realistically could have actually been an average guy who went to the army and got in better shape. But I'm just honestly like, this sounds like it would have been terrible, but I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that wishes we could have seen this. Like, imagine this.
I was just
shit.
about to say that.
Like,
I want him to do it. I kind of want him to do it.
Like, I just can't. Like, how would they? It wouldn't just be like,
dude. Oh my god, they could just lean into it and make it like some Naked Gun shit, where it's like clearly he's an 80-year-old, like
dude,
in high school.
That would be so funny,
dude. And he's just like, they're like, Rambo, go to the principal's office. He's like, no.
Yes. Well, see, the thing is like his voice has always been like kind of deep, but like it's even like deeper and shit now. Like since he's all old, he's like almost 80. And then like if all the extras and the other students and people were actual fucking like 18 to 20-year-old actors, like what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like imagine the scene of him at prom and he's like an 80-year-old man like dancing with his prom date and the actress is like 22.
But she's portraying a high schooler, like still, bro. Like
it's just so weird, man. Like I wish it would have happened, but he did say that was the original plans, but it fell through, I guess. But they're still making the movie. They just have an actual actor who's gonna be
good.
Young. Yeah, I mean that is the right choice, but oh man, I really wish in another world I could have seen this. It would be like the new War of the Worlds level of like ass, man. Have you seen that?
God, no, I should.
Yeah, you should watch it. We should review it. That'd be funny.
God damn, bro. I was thinking he could just have one of his kids play himself, but he's a daughter dad. Like all he has is daughters.
Sage, yeah.
Charlotte, Sistine, and Sophia.
Yeah, they had a what was it?
They have a show, don't they?
Yeah, they had a show, and it was like a reality show, and it was just like him and then all his daughters. All right,
damn, well, I'm staring too hard at this dog. Okay, pause.
That is nuts. All right, Nick, what's next?
Next, we have. Did I bring up the Avatar trailer?
No, not yet.
Okay, because I remember I brought up Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, because she's in this.
Oh yeah.
Avatar: Fire and Ash. New trailer dropped. This is the third movie in the Avatar franchise. I think there's going to be like 3 more. I really don't know, but didn't see the last one. The previous one. I have seen the OG Avatar. I haven't, and you know what? People told me it was actually surprisingly good, which I think we were just hating on it because like as it was coming close to release, James Cameron was putting out finally the sequel to the first one, but then he was also talking out of his ass, being like, "I'm going to make 6 more of these movies." And we were just like, "Bro, who cares?"
Yeah.
Apparently, people care because we're on the 3rd movie. I honestly think the 2nd one won some awards.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people talking about it. Effects. I still need to see it, and I'm not gonna lie, like I have seen some clips, and I've only seen them on my phone or something. I haven't seen it on an actual 4K screen or anything, but they do look like the visuals do look like massively better from the first one, obviously, like, as they should in the amount of time that passed.
Did you just say massive?
Massive. The map is massive. And you know what else is massive?
Bro, we need a low taper fade button on the Discord chat.
We do, yeah.
No, we would just spam it.
Yeah. Well, it looks crazy, and visually, from what I've seen on my phone, from the new trailer, it looks about the same, I guess, as the last one. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. It was like what, 3 years ago? Yeah. So I mean, there's not the jump from like 2008 to like 2020, 22 or 23, whenever it came out. Like that's a long time. You know, your visual effects are going to be crazy, but like a 3-year difference, it's not going to be that crazy. So at this point, they just need to make a good film, because I think the visuals really carry a lot of the, you know, a lot of the old heads see it and they're like, oh my God, like it looks like something I've never seen before, which is true. You know, I mean, it got nominated for a reason, but I'm just worried based on what I have seen in this trailer that I just already know what this is going to be. There's going to be like another tribe on the Pandora, which I already know that the last one was like there's a water tribe. So now it's like, oh, now there's a fire tribe and they're going to meet up and it's going to be like, oh, we're going to fight. But it's like, oh, wait, nah, you're not the real enemy. And then it's like, we're going to be cool. Like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. That just seems like what the last one was. And it seems like that's what the new one's going to be as well.
Yeah. And I agree. The effects are there. That is not what I'm worried about. I think the story has to be there. You know, treading familiar grounds is probably gonna, you know, make this movie not be as enjoyable because you're like, okay, like I've seen this. This has been the past 2 movies, but it does look really good. I need to watch the second one, and
Same.
you know, I'm willing to give it a chance because as much as I hate on this shit, the whole world of Pandora, the idea of there being like aliens on another planet. And they're all like in different tribes. They live different lives. And like, it's interesting to explore a place that doesn't exist. And, you know, I'll give James Cameron credit for his world building and special effects. Right. The movie's great. The first one, that's all I can really speak to. But I'll get around to watching the second one.
Yeah, I'll see the first one too. I've never saw it. And
I believe it comes out December.
We got a couple months to be ready on it.
December 19th. Actually, while we're speaking about December releases,
ooh,
and then we'll move on. I hate when they release a movie on fucking Christmas, dude.
You don't like it?
Who the hell is going to who's spending Christmas at the movie theaters? I mean, you know what? Maybe some people are, right? Maybe that's insensitive, but it's such a crazy release date. Like, it's Christmas, bro. It's a holiday.
I get what you're saying, and I would agree with you because I've never done that myself. But I've actually met a lot of people who tell me that their like annual Christmas tradition is they all spend like Christmas morning together, open presents, they hang out, maybe have lunch, and then they all go see a movie together. And I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy to me because I've always spent Christmas like inside, like, you know, the kind of cozy indoors feeling. But I mean, clearly it's a big thing for a lot of people if every year they consistently drop big movies on Christmas Day.
I mean, I guess so. I think one of the Stranger Things finale episodes is on Christmas.
Hey, get ready, bro.
God, we could sort of talk about that. Have you seen Stranger Things 5, the trailer?
There was a trailer for it?
Yeah, there was a teaser.
Was it like a real one?
Yeah. There's like, you see characters and shit. Like, it's a full-on trailer.
Hang on.
The release schedule is stupid, bro. They're releasing the first half or 7 episodes in like November. And then they're releasing the second to last episode on Christmas. And then they're releasing the season 5 finale on New Year's Day, which I guess is a week later. But it's such a fucky ass like release date system. I'm like, dude, either drop it all at once like you've been doing or just drop it every week so you can draw out the hype. I don't know what Netflix is doing.
Did they ever confirm whether or not there was a leak? I don't know if it was a real leak or someone just was saying shit. But they were talking about the episodes and their runtime, and all of the runtimes were like 2 hours, 40 minutes, 2 hours, 30, 2 hours, 20, 3 hours. And then like they all were like movie length, like episodes. So people were saying, oh, I understand why it's taken them so long to finish this show because they didn't just give us one season. They gave us like 7 or 8 movies to watch. And if was that confirmed to be true, or do we not know still?
I don't think so. They've only released the names of the episodes. They haven't released like that much information. I mean, I could look it up right now, but I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because someone was like, yeah, like we're getting movies instead of a trailer or a whole season. Let's see.
Actually, I mean, it doesn't matter if it is or not. I would have guessed that that's not true.
There's no episode links available.
Yeah.
Online.
I don't know how I didn't watch this. Maybe I just didn't care because I'm watching it now as we talk about it.
It's been a while.
I'm watching it with no audio though. I'm just looking at the visuals. But yeah, I'm just looking at it, bro.
Actually, you should listen with the audio because the song they use is pretty cool. But you know, maybe later.
Yeah, I'll give it a proper watch after.
I mean, speaking to it, I'm glad this show is also finally ending. It's crazy. It's been going on since like. Dude, I think I was a sophomore in high school, but
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Obviously, you know, the writer's strike, COVID delayed this show probably by like 4 years. maybe 3.
I mean, every kid in this show is a full grown adult now, bro.
I wish they would have just done a time skip. I don't know if that's what they're
Yeah.
doing, but like season 4 ended pretty much with them being like, oh shit, like we got to lock in right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, bro, Millie Bobby Brown is like dead ass a mom now.
What?
Did you not know that?
Dude, I missed this news too.
Well, she's not pregnant or giving birth. Her and her I was gonna say her boyfriend, but they're married. They got married recently too. Like they're like 21 and they got married and they adopted a child.
Oh yeah, children won.
Children won.
Girl, why do you want a mom? Dude,
yeah.
She's 21.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Let's see what the kid looks like. Hold on.
There's no way they revealed the kid.
Is there gonna be images online?
Dude's trying to find the kid, bro. That's crazy.
They're just walking around with a stroller.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like she's set for life. She probably doesn't even have to act in anything anymore.
Hey, well, I mean, she's not getting much acting outside of Netflix, bro.
I know she's done Stranger Things. She's done the Enola Holmes movies, which the first one was really good. I haven't seen the second one. And there's one movie she did where I think she's like a princess.
Yeah.
She gets thrown from like a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Netflix is like on her. That's like their star. That's crazy. She has a kid.
Oh God, bro.
I knew she was married to Bon Jovi or dating Bon Jovi's son. Sorry, that sounded weird. Bon Jovi's son.
Fucking crazy, man.
He's like, oh, never mind. Oh, jeez. What do you think of the trailer? I guess have you finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. I mean, I watched it with no audio, so off of pure visuals, it looks like Stranger Things.
Hey, it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be seated. The thing that I'm worried about is Carla, my girlfriend, wanted to watch this, but she hasn't even seen anything past, I think, season 2 of Stranger Things. So I'm like, how the hell are we gonna catch up before this drops in November, bro? Like, we got a month basically.
Yeah, you're screwed, bro. Just watch Man of Recaps.
Yeah, you're right. Well, Nick, that we got a trailer for a game that got leaked a while back. Did you see that leak for Wolverine PlayStation 5?
I don't think I saw the leak, but I did see the trailer.
Wow, I can't believe you didn't see it. It was huge, bro. A couple years back, Insomniac, Sony, and since Insomniac's under Sony, there was a huge leak, and they leaked like so much stuff, like potential DLC for Spider-Man 2, plans for Spider-Man 3. And then the person that got it the worst was honestly Wolverine, because we had gotten the little cinematic trailer of him sitting at the bar.
I remember that.
Yeah. We had gotten that, but we had gotten no gameplay until today or a couple days ago was supposed to be the first gameplay reveal. But these data miners, they leaked like early gameplay footage, like character models, story details, like the whole game pretty much got leaked. And it was all up there. I'm sure you could even still find it, honestly. But I saw some of it and I kind of just like, I acknowledged it, but I didn't go diving into it because I knew I wanted to play the game when it came out. So I didn't want to like spoil it for myself. So, but anyway, I thought the game was going to get canceled because that was years ago and we've heard absolutely nothing about it since then. So I thought it was going to be such a bad leak that like they would have had to start from scratch or just scrap the whole thing. But it's still happening because we got this trailer.
I'm glad.
I can't believe we didn't know about any of that.
It's coming out fall 2026.
Yeah, got like a year to wait.
Wait, was it gameplay that got leaked?
Yeah, it was
like
everything, bro. Damn. Everything. It was probably the biggest leak I've ever seen.
Damn, that is crazy. I can't believe that.
I mean, that's lucky on your part, honestly, because if you would have seen, I don't know, it's potential you could have seen spoilers, but who knows?
I mean, regardless, I'm hyped for the game. I think since they released the teaser, like, oh man, 2 or 3 years ago, I think they actually released the teaser for this when the second Spider-Man, or maybe, the second Spider-Man was getting close to its release date.
Yeah, I think it was about to come out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like October 2 or 3 years ago, but hyped for the game. I'm just excited.
What do you think of what you saw?
I mean, it's pretty much Wolverine versus like I saw what's her name?
Mystique.
She can like transform. Mystique. That's right.
Yeah, Mystique was there.
We see the sentry bots or whatever they're called, like the X-Men, those bots that like eradicate
Oh, the
mutants.
Sentinels.
Sentinels, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks good. I'm just curious about what the story is. Like, is Wolverine rocking solo in this? Where is it taking place? You know, what are his goals, bro? Like, what is the story? What are we doing?
I mean, I'm glad that there's a ton of blood and gore in it because,
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's
dude,
Wolverine.
I'm excited for like the fighting style. I hope it's like a mix between like Arkham, but also with something fresh. Like, I hope that you can just do combos and like slice people up in different ways, or like make claws. Like, if you want one claw to come out, or like I don't know. I want to see like a cool fighting style.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more detail, like how the gameplay actually works. I'm intrigued to see what they do about Wolverine's health, because since his like healing factor is so overpowered, I want to know what they do about that. Like, are they just gonna like
Are you
ignore
just
it?
invincible?
You know, like, are they just gonna ignore it and it's like, oh, it's a video game, so you could still die after like a lot of damage? Or is there gonna be like a story thing? Like maybe he gets hit with something that kind of nerfs it a bit, so where it's more plausible, like that his healing is like slower than normal, or maybe he's fighting enemies that are, I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like that's the case because there's one part in the trailer where he's fighting like these hybrid people where they look like they're like half human, half robot, kind of like those things from Invincible that are just like mindless like things. It would make sense to have those fight Wolverine because they take all this damage, but they keep moving, and he's taking damage, but like, I mean, he's still moving too, but you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing could potentially slow him down.
Yeah, I'm interested because exactly as you were saying that, I was thinking it like, how are they going to do the health system? Like, is he just going to be? I don't know. It has to be something story related. I'm
Yeah, it
trying to
must
remember
be.
what movie it is. Oh, in Thor Ragnarok, he gets put in prison, Thor, and he gets this little like device put on his neck that kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
tases him. And I was like, okay, like they kind of nerfed, or they kind of subdued Thor. You know,
Mhm.
he's a freaking god, but they subdued him with that. So maybe there's something that'll be similar in Wolverine, where it's like, oh, we implanted you with this virus that, I don't know, maybe every time you get hurt or take damage, like it affects you more or something. I don't know. Maybe it's like a poison, but I'm sure they've been cooking this game up for a while. The story is probably gonna be excellent, just like
Yeah,
Insomniac Spider-Man.
I'm excited.
Dude, me too. I can't wait. Fall 2026 can't come any faster.
Yeah. Nick, do you have any more news?
No, it was just those trailers, Stranger Things, and the DC Bane shit talker.
All right, Nick, let me cook you a couple for a little bit longer, bro, because I got some things on here I want to hear your reaction to.
Okay, give them to me.
Okay. You may or may not have heard of some of these. Let me start with this one. Did you hear? And I actually got the news article pulled up as well. Um, this is crazy. So, an upcoming Los Angeles Comic Con is going to debut an AI hologram of Stan Lee. Have you
What?
heard of this? Yeah.
Wait,
So
he's gonna be like speaking, like
yes,
moving.
yes, it's gonna be a hologram at Los Angeles Comic Con where people can pull up and take pictures with him, talk to him, and just act as if this dude is still alive.
Uh, you know, that's honestly just disgusting, bro.
Actually,
Goddamn
it's
clanker,
happening.
bro.
It's happening this weekend. In fact,
What?
it's this weekend in Los Angeles.
Bro, this is weird. Did
So
they
yeah,
speak to his? I got so many questions, bro. Did they like ask his family if this is okay?
so
Like,
yeah,
is this ethical, bro? Like, what?
so I mean, I can't answer whether or not it's ethical or not, but they
No.
did in fact purchase the rights to use his likeliness and his name and everything about a year before he died. So they were just milking this guy to the very last drop until he died, bro. Um, yeah, I don't know how I would feel about this, but they did buy it, but I think they kind of were just like, okay, like let's see if people like this or not. But it's gonna be happening, and actually Disney has been getting a lot of hate for this since they make the Marvel movies, but it's actually not Disney behind this. It is another company. I'm not even sure what their name is. I'm sure I could find it, but Oh yeah, at the bottom it says that it's not Walt Disney.
Jeez.
Are you excited?
You know what? I'm gonna buy a ticket and fly out there. I'm gonna wait in line, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you're Stan Lee, right? You have all his memories or something. How would you feel if you died and they used a robot to extend your lifespan, but it's not really you? What do you think about that, Stan Lee?"
I mean, someone should. I'm sure we'll get some
Bro,
clips.
someone's probably gonna,
Yeah, after this weekend, man, because
dude, they're gonna be doing stupid shit.
it says the interactive avatar uses decades worth of Lee's actual words, interviews, writings to answer and respond authentically to questions about comics.
I mean, it's the idea of it sounds cool, but I don't know. It's so strange. Like, this is weird. This is like some Blade Runner shit, dude.
It is. It really is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's just odd. It's one of those things where it's like it's like a new frontier. So what do we do?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna explore it, but I don't know. The first thing I think is this what Stan Lee would want?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he would, and I can't even confirm if like he was the one that like sold it or not, or if it was like his family or somebody else. Because I know that they were just like milking this dude for money in his like final years of his life.
Yeah, that documentary that came out like last year was so like hard to watch.
Yeah, man.
This is just like a continuation of that. That's wild.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna be boycotting that.
Yeah. Well, sticking with the dour news, this is a little bit old now, like a couple weeks, but I'm sure you heard about this. Robert Redford passed away.
Yes. Yeah, he did.
How you feel about that, Nick? Happy, sad?
Honestly, I'm sad.
Glad?
What? I mean, I could be glad because he founded the Sundance Film Festival.
He did. He did.
Huge now.
Yeah.
Has its own channel on television. He's been in countless movies, dude. He was actually in this is funny, we're talking about Marvel. He was in Civil War, was he not?
He was in The Winter Soldier, and then he came back. Yeah, and he came back in Endgame for that little cameo.
Oh yeah.
When they time travel.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, he's been in like classic films.
Oh yeah. I mean, Charlotte's Web, bro.
Yeah, he was in the dude, shut up.
I mean, he was though.
God damn. I remember him specifically from an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Oh, classic film. Oh my god.
He was in he was in The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, which is so cool. And I think I'm probably gonna start like binge watching his movies, man, because I've seen a few of them. I've seen like, what is it called? I think it's called The Way We Were or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's a romance movie.
Yeah, The Way We Were. Yeah.
Yeah, just overall goated actor, man. I'm happy of the legacy left behind, and not just starred in movies, but he actually contributed to the art form by making a festival to give voices to independent filmmakers, which I think is super important.
Yeah, speaking of like the Sundance festival, I mean, he was in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. He was the Sundance Kid, my brother.
Oh shit! I'm looking at it.
Out of Africa, bro. Like,
damn, 69?
Just a ton of movies, bro. Like, just crazy career. I'm sure there's a lot of peak and a lot of in there, like anybody's resume. Yeah. But yeah, crazy life. Rest in peace. Let's see how long until we get an AI hologram of him.
Oh my god, dude, this needs to stop. If another AI comes up, then it's gonna be a problem. All right, I get maybe they're trying to milk Stan Lee. All right, it's clear Disney's a piece of shit. They don't care. But if they do it with like, I don't know, man. Yeah, we're going down to this is a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Jesus. All right, what's next?
All right,
Please give me some good news.
All right, I got two more. I'll start with they're both, one's more speculative and one's more good news. So I'll start with the good news. You may have seen this if you follow James Gunn anywhere, but he posted and teased the Superman sequel draft, which is Man of Tomorrow. Did you see this?
I did.
What do you think? What do you think we're getting off of that little thing?
It's Brainiac, bro.
It's got to be Brainiac, yeah.
Dude, I think I saw someone like James Gunn commented about him posting the script like afterwards, and he was getting like so many comments flooding the post about like, yo, Brainiac. Someone was like, do you regret like, putting that image out and having people speculate what the plot is? And he's really good at this, but he like danced around the point and was like, it pretty much was like, I didn't think about it when I posted it, and I kind of wish I didn't do that. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what the story is. Like, he just was so vague about it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens.
He was like, yeah, I didn't even think putting that on there would be so obvious. But I mean, I'm glad the script is finished, or at least the first draft.
Yeah, first draft.
I know Gunn's focusing probably on Lanterns and Supergirl first, and obviously Peacemaker and stuff is finishing up. But I'm hyped for the movie. I can't wait to see how the story continues.
Well, based off of like the images posted, it looks like we're gonna be getting Nicholas Hoult back as Lex Luthor, of course, and it looks like he'll be getting his power armor. Because we see he also posted some art. I believe it's original art from one of the comic artists, like for this announcement. I could be wrong in that. I think I read that somewhere. But it's just, it's Superman and Lex Luthor standing together, and it looks like Superman's holding a key or something. And as we know, Lex Luthor was arrested at the end of Superman. So my best guess in speculating is, I mean, we know we're getting Brainiac because of the draft image where we can see the first draft and this big ass brain on the cover.
Yeah.
So I would guess that Brainiac pulls up and Superman needs Lex's help in order to stop him. So they kind of team up for the greater good of humanity. Because although Lex Luthor is insane and hates Superman, he does, care about human life at the end of the day.
He's like I was gonna say good racist, but he's like he hates aliens.
Yeah,
but he's for mankind. I get what you're saying.
He's like he's a species racist.
Yeah. He's like, what is it, like lawful good or evil good?
He's lawful evil.
Yeah, he's lawful evil. Actually, no, he kind of did some illegal shit. Bro, he killed that falafel stand, dude, bro.
Yeah. This dude
that's not lawful.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, jeez, he's just evil, bro. But I mean, hey, I'm excited to see. I mean, dude, like, I really like Superman. I recently got it on 4K. It came in. I pre-ordered that like months back, and I started watching the documentary on the bonus features, the making of the film. And man, bro, like this film is actually like, it's growing on me more and more. Like, and it's not that I didn't like it when we first saw it, like I did, but I feel like upon like multiple rewatches of it, it's just like it really does capture like the hope and like joy and like, I don't know, like the Superman feeling, man. And it just makes you feel good.
I agree. I think I saw some clips of the behind the scenes, and it's the scene where Superman like gives that big heartfelt speech.
Mm-hmm.
And David Cornsweet's like talking to James Gunn, and he's trying to like really understand like where Superman's coming from and actually believe it. And like, it's cool to see James Gunn like work with his actor, like, see what it looks like behind the scenes. But yeah, I'd love to see the documentary that it came with the bonus features, which is really cool. Just seeing how the movie was made.
Yeah, it's like a full hour long, bro. Like I didn't even get to finish it. I got like maybe 20 minutes in, and then I had to go run some errands. But I'll definitely finish it here soon, and I'll log it on Letterboxd. So go follow me. Check the description below. Letterboxd. It is. I looked it up. Yeah.
Superman bonus features. What the fuck is it under?
It's called like, oh man, let me see.
Superman on set.
It was called like the making of Superman or something like that.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll find it real quick. It's called, oh yeah, here it is. Adventures in the Making of Superman.
Adventures in My Adventures with Superman. Oh yeah, I see that one,
bro. Yeah, there you go. So I'll finish that soon. But Nick, are you ready for the final piece of news I got for you?
Yeah, lay it on me.
This
is speculative.
It is. So we're gonna have to talk a little bit. All right. So as we know, the Batman Part 2 is finally getting made.
Yes.
Okay. So Matt Reeves has recently spoke on it. And he said that the Batman Part 2 will feature a villain who has, quote, never really been done in a movie before, end quote. So now that's got people thinking like, like, okay, they've never been done before. So who are we going to get? What do you think, Nick?
I have always, actually maybe not always, but when I played Arkham City, that game, probably my favorite of the Arkham, has so many villains in it. And one that I've always wanted to see is Mad Hatter. Hands down, bro. He is such a creepy, like twisted, dark Alice in Wonderland kind of villain. He's similar to, I think, Scarecrow, where it's like very hallucinogen, like psychedelic kind of, powers and shit he has. I don't think I've ever seen him live action. Clearly, maybe animated he's been done, but I think that'd be a cool villain. I just don't know maybe how that would fit in with Matt Reeves' world.
Yeah.
Actually, it probably could fit perfectly. It's just how far do you want to go with the
fantastical
powers,
element?
Yeah, the fantastical. Yeah, because clearly the Batman is very grounded. And the Mad Hatter is like the complete opposite with his powers. So I would like to see either Mad Hatter or I don't know, maybe Calendar Man. But I also feel like that dude don't do shit.
See, the thing is they could make him like a Zodiac type killer where he like, is using dates and stuff and numbers and, he could use the calendar because he's in Arkham City. And even though you don't fight him or do anything, if you go to him, like he's very eerie and very like just
like Hannibal Lecter vibes.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. That's what I think. Those are my two top picks. Well,
those are some good. Those are good guesses. I didn't expect you to pull those out.
Hey, I got the knowledge. I got the ball knowledge.
This has removed a couple potential people that people were hoping for. We now know it will for sure not be Mr. Freeze, as we have Arnold Schwarzenegger play him in the past.
Imagine it is. He's like shit talking. He's like, yeah, Arnold didn't really do it right. This movie's gonna cook.
Well, yeah, that'd be kind of funny if he said it's never really been done right, and then he's just like, yeah, the right way. I mean, you see, the thing is like that's another thing. When people were saying like, well, Matt Reeves is the one that said this, so he's most likely only referring to like live action interpretations. Because if you talk about animated, there are so many Batman animated movies that virtually every character has been done at some point or another. So he must be talking about live action movies. So if that's,
and even then, like the DC animated, at least like for the majority, is a lot more strongly written and done than the live action. So it's like, it's not that they have been done right.
Yeah. So I think, so this is what I think. I'm guessing
Hugo.
Hugo Strange would be, oh my God, that would be amazing. See, that's one of my top picks for sure. Hugo Strange would be crazy. I think another one, and I think this might be where he goes. I think he might be doing Hush, because Hush is a newer villain who has a little cameo in Arkham City as well, actually, which doesn't really go anywhere in Arkham Knight. I wish it was more of a thing in Arkham Knight. It was kind of like a one and done like prompt that you get to press a button, I think. I don't know if you played Arkham Knight or remember that. But I wish it came to more, I think, but the only reason why I say Hush is because in the Batman Part 1, there's that part where Bruce Wayne is watching like the Riddler's like expose on him and his parents, and if you like pause and look at the articles, and he even name drops Thomas Elliott's parents, who I guess were the reporters that were like trying to expose his parents for like the expose type stuff that the Riddler exposed them for, like that Martha Wayne was in and out of Arkham for a couple years and all that. And then it says like, he literally says like, oh, they like paid them hush money so that this wasn't like, or whatever. And then they have like literally the words hush like pop up on the screen. And then the Riddler says, oh, and like when Thomas Elliott's parents didn't want to like stop researching this, then Bruce Wayne's father had them like murdered or something like that. And we find out that this is probably like not true, or like if it is, we don't know to what degree, because we're told later on that Falcone could have just like done it to get like dirt on Thomas Wayne. But I think that that's a potential thing because it already kind of laid the groundwork in the first movie. And Hush has an animated movie with a twist in it where it ends up being, spoiler alert for that, it ends up being the Riddler in that one, which would not work for this. I don't think they would do that because in the real comic, it's Thomas Elliot who is Bruce Wayne's like childhood friend. So if they were to dive more into Bruce Wayne's like personal life and stuff, then this would be a good way to do that. And then of course, if it's not Hush, then I think another good choice would be the Court of Owls, some like secret underground organization kind of going on. Like, I don't know, like that's another big popular one. That's a more recent take that hasn't really had anything done, especially in live action. So
yeah. I mean, those are all good. Honestly, I think your picks are good because I believe all three of those adversaries know Bruce Wayne's identity or Batman's identity, which which you think the Riddler does at first in the Batman movie, but it does. But for a split second, you see Batman be like, "Oh shit!" Like he knows who I am. It's a big thing.
It is.
Yeah, to know him. It's
God, that
crazy.
Movie's so good, man.
Dude, I gotta watch it again. Hey, Halloween's coming up. Dude, actually, we should throw that on for the Halloween party.
Oh my God,
dude. Matter of fact, I gotta dress up as Batman, bro.
Hey, do it, bro.
That'd be wild. No, but those are good picks. I've seen people throw out Court of Owls before.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be crazy. I don't know. That is a crazy pool because that's never been done. Hush has been done animated. He's been done in the video games, but not in the films. And then Hugo Strange would be crazy too because if I remember this right, I think he's the first villain to figure out Bruce Wayne's identity.
Yeah, he does. But I don't know if he's the first, but I know that he's like the most popular for sure.
Yeah, he like keeps coming back to be a pain in his ass. I just would have to think like, what are the motives behind these people? You know, like what would Hugo's motive be? What would Mad Hatter's motive be? I don't know. I feel like whatever our guesses are, I hope that there's at least more than one, main villain in the film, or maybe even like a side villain.
Yeah, kind of like how we got the Penguin.
Yeah, like the Penguin. Yeah, and he was important to the story. Like they needed him at a certain point. Like, and then he got his own show. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. See, I still got to finish that, man. I watched like half of it. It was so good. It's so good.
Christina Milioti won an Emmy.
She did.
Won an Emmy.
As she should, bro. I remember I still haven't finished it, but from what I did see, I legit was like, bro, this girl's like stealing the show, bro. Like, I'm like rooting for like Sophia Falcone more than the Penguin, bro. Like, I want to see her win.
Oh, Penguin's a piece of shit. Fuck I hate his ass.
Oh man. All right, Nick. Well, that's all the news.
Hey, well, I can't wait for the Batman.
Me too.
I'm patiently waiting. The script is finished, and you know what? We talked about it before with Matt Reeves kind of, having to step away because of health problems, personal problems. It's okay. Finish the movie, and I will be there to support you day one. This movie's gonna go crazy.
Hey, we're gonna get part 3 by like 2040.
Oh God, dude! Are we still gonna be doing this?
We're never gonna stop, bro.
God, until the Batman 3 comes out. That's when we'll end the podcast, or we'll think about it. Is when Batman 3 comes out in 2042, bro.
Jesus, yeah.
I can't wait.
Robert Pattinson's gonna be like 60 by then, bro.
Hey, that'd be cool. Imagine him playing like an older Bruce Wayne.
It would just be insane.
It's pretty much like it's like what's that show? Batman. Is it Forever? No, not Forever. Fuck. It's like Batman.
The Dark Knight Returns.
Batman Unlimited or Batman. It's
Batman Beyond.
It's pretty much. Yeah, Batman Beyond is when he's like an older Bruce Wayne and he's training like his protege. But it's not like Robin. Agree. I forget who it is.
It's Terry McGinnis.
What?
Terry McGinnis. And bro's a fake Batman Beyond fan, bro.
I'm just saying that'd be cool. Dude, I ain't never heard of that guy.
You don't know Terry McGinnis?
Well, he's the new Batman. How would I know?
I mean, how you not know, bro?
Terry. Fucking Terry. I don't know no Terry, bro.
I mean, dude.
I won't lie. The suit is really cool as well in the Batman.
It is. Beyond. See, I just don't know how you would do that in live action. It's one of those suits that like I don't think it works in anything other than like 2D animation.
Yeah.
It just looks like how do you do that in live action, bro?
Bro, you would have to get like a full-on suit and then make it like Vanta black, which is like the blackest color there is, where it's like no light absorbs it. And then that would look crazy, but that would probably be hard as fuck to do on camera.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there was actually, I believe they were making a Batman Beyond movie
Yeah.
with like the studio that did Into the Spider-Verse or something. And there's even like some leaked concept art of it, and it looks incredible. But for some reason they were too scared or something happened and they just didn't make it.
They were
Like,
too scared.
oh my god, that would have been insane.
I mean, if you want to get a taste of what that could have been like, I think there's a short film that's on YouTube that was made by like some filmmakers, and it's actually really high quality. You should check it out. But it's like Batman Beyond. I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it's a short film or like proof of concept, but there are people out there that want this to be made.
I'm tired of getting the taste, man. I want the whole load.
Dude, I want the Batman Beyond.
That's what I'm saying.
We gotta pitch this to Matt Reeves, bro. We're like, look, write this movie. You know, you got a good 20 years because Pattinson has to get old. Actually, he doesn't. They could just put him in makeup, but an old Pattinson Batman training. What's his name? Terry
McGinnis, bro.
Yeah, Terry, bro. That'd be a cool movie, bro. Who are even all the villains in that show though? Wouldn't they all be dead? Like,
yeah, he has his own rogues gallery.
His whole rogues gallery is dead.
Well, like one of the biggest and most popular movies is it's called The Return of the Joker, and it's about the Joker being back somehow. And there's like a big twist. I won't really say what it is, but they do some time. There's no time travel, but the Joker just think about you. You played Arkham Knight, right?
Yeah.
You know what the Joker was doing in that to kind of try and stay alive and kind of haunt Bruce despite him dying.
Wasn't he like in his psyche or like in his head or some shit?
He does end up being in his head, but there are other people that have been infected with the Joker's blood, and they kind of start acting like him or something. They do something similar to that. That's all I'll say. But that's like a really good, one of the best Batman Beyond. I think it's actually a full movie. I don't even think it's an episode.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. It's an hour 14.
Hey, there you go, bro.
Hey, I'll check it out. I gotta hop back on the show, dude. This is such a goated show.
Try telling you, bro. You did. How is it a goated show? You don't even know the main character's name.
Dude, I just think the concept was cool of Batman being old as fuck and being like, all right, I gotta hang up the cape. Like, oh shit. Okay.
All right, well, speaking of being old, we got an old movie, 2 months old, that we got to review.
We got a 2-month baby movie.
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that old, but I mean, people will move on from shit quick nowadays, especially in the reviewing side of YouTube and podcasts. So we're late to the party on weapons, but hey, Nick said he did extensive research and everything, so he's gonna give you a review like you've never had before. Ain't that right, Nick?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, we got a lot to talk about. We're probably gonna do a little. Should we just do spoilers? We'll do 5 minutes non-spoiler.
I mean, yeah. If you haven't seen this, like,
if you really haven't seen it and you're still listening, like, we'll give you our thoughts, but expect full spoilers. And you know, I'd be really careful because if you like Zach Cregger and you like Barbarian, we're gonna talk about the plot in this, and I feel like the twist in this movie is a big selling point, a big part of what makes this movie intriguing. You know.
Yeah,
so
if you haven't seen this movie by now, I mean, you probably don't give a shit. So like, I'm not gonna beat around the bush for too long and go non-spoilers. I'm just gonna say that this is worth the watch. I don't even know if it's still in theaters. I'm sure it's still playing in some, but it's probably about to get taken out because it's been like almost 2 months now. So I'm sure it'll be on streaming within the month, probably in time for Halloween. If not just after. And I'm sure it's available for rent, like now digitally, like to rent it on, I don't know, Apple TV or Prime or wherever people do rentings for new movies. But it is worth, I would say, either one. It's at this point, if you want to just wait to streaming, I think it's worth paying like, what is it, like $10 to $15 to $20 to rent. I think it's worth that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's I normally wouldn't pay for movies that are like straight to on demand, but I mean this one, hell, I'd buy it. It's a good movie.
I would.
Solid movie. Like we were saying at the beginning, this is directed by Zach Cregger. He did Barbarian. He also was a writer on the sketch comedy show The Whitest Kids You Know. I don't know if you've ever seen that, Josh.
I've seen clips.
It's kind of like it's like Loiter Squad for like white kids. Like it's a prank show. They're doing skits. Like it's crazy, but this film also has Josh Brolin,
Mm-hmm.
Julia Garner, who is hot off of playing the Silver Surfer. She's having a crazy year.
I'm glad.
Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo. Austin Abrams. Benedict Wong is also in this. Hey, dude, we got Wong and Thanos. Glad to see it. And then Amy Madigan, who plays an insane character in this film that we'll get into. All right, I mean, are we just getting into spoilers? We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, let's jump into it now. Oh man,
Talk
all
about
right.
what we liked, what
Where
we
to
hated.
begin?
I mean, we could talk about the structure of this film first, because I think like Barbarian, it's really like non-traditional. Barbarian jumps around a couple times and it cuts back to like where our characters are. In
That is
this
true.
movie, we follow I think 5 or 6 different people.
Mm-hmm. Different perspectives.
Yeah, different perspectives, and then they all kind of come to an end in the last act for, I forget the last person. I think Alex, one of the kids that doesn't get abducted. Like the last kid in his class, his name's Alex. We see his perspective, and that's when the story kind of all comes together. But
Yeah.
the structure of this movie, I think, kind of kept me interested because the plot already drew me in from the trailer. You see these kids run off into the night at like 2 a.m, all from this one teacher's class, except for one kid. And this whole town is pretty much trying to figure out what's going on. They're pointing fingers at each other. And it was interesting to see the story told in this perspective of not just let's focus on the whole community, but let's focus on specific people and, you know, how they're reacting to the situation. And one thing I actually like too is this film, it shows you different perspectives of the same situation. There's a situation we see where they're in a town hall meeting and we see Julia Garner's character like sitting, you know, and she's being like berated by all these people. And then we get another perspective of Josh Brolin, who's the father of a missing child. And we see him give the same like line of dialogue, like he's talking shit to Julia Garner's character, but it's from his perspective. So it was really cool to see that. Like, I wonder if they filmed that twice or just how they did it. But I did like the structure of this movie. It kept me interested.
Yeah, I agree. I think I love when movies do creative things with the structure of the film.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there are so I mean there are countless movies that just it starts and then it goes in a straight line. The time just moves normally and then it ends. I love when there's anything creative done. I mean, that's why I really love a lot of Christopher Nolan's movies. I think movies that are written like that are more. I mean, you could make a good movie either way, but I find it more impressive, at least from a screenwriting perspective, because it's like you have to really know the ins and outs of your story to jump from this time to this time to this perspective. So like whenever there are chapters and even perspective changes in films, like I immediately am more interested. I feel like it keeps the audience engaged more because each new one you're like, ooh, okay, like what did this person see? What did they do? How did they fit into this puzzle? And I think that's what this movie does well. I will say I think there's at least one perspective that maybe kind of like I don't know, because it's been like 2 months since I've seen this, so I'm remembering how I felt 2 months ago. I really need to rewatch this, but I do remember feeling like there was one perspective that I felt a little bit more unnecessary than the others. I felt like they all had relevance to the plot except for one felt a little, I don't know, like I feel like it needs to be there, but it just kind of it I think it disrupts the flow a bit. I feel like it's Marcus who was the principal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, because like all the other ones have like they're kind of like short little arcs where they're either like searching for something or figuring something out or what have you. Whereas his is kind of like something just happens upon him. Oh, I mean, we're doing spoilers, so I mean, the main
Yeah.
villain Gladys pulls up and just kind of murks his husband, and then puts like a spell on him, and then he just starts running, and we kind of just see how he pulls up on Julia Garner's character. I forget her character's name. Um,
Scene.
Justine, yeah. We just kind of see what happened there, and then we kind of see how that ends. Um, and I think that section for me, it was like, okay, like I see what's happening, but I think it's just because it's shorter and it kind of like it's I don't know. All the other ones are way longer and kind of have reveals and like their own little arcs, whereas that one, it's just like it really feels like they were like, oh, like how are we gonna explain like how this guy pulls up? It's like, well, let's just show his perspective, and it's just like, yeah, you're right, and like it works. It's just I think at that point, I think I felt the runtime a little bit, but then once it got to Alex's perspective, who I believe is next, and the final perspective, that kind of hyped me up because like that's like the piece of the puzzle. That's where you find out everything, because Alex is
Yeah.
like the kid. So you're like, okay, like it hyped me back up and I got back into it because I was like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, like Alex's perspective, that's so cool. They saved it for last. That makes perfect sense in a movie structured like this. So that's my thoughts about the structure. But I think overall, I think it worked really well.
Yeah, I agree. And like back to what you were saying, like films that, play with the perspective and like Nolan films where it plays with time. Um, the movie isn't better than like any other piece of media, but it makes it obviously more engaging.
Yeah.
I think the Marcus storyline, I was fine with it. It did feel, I don't want to say the worst written of all of them, but all of the characters we follow do have an arc. Like Justine, you find out that, she's a very impulsive person that's got like a really bad history. You find out that Josh Brolin's character Archer is looking for his kid, but you can also get this kind of sense that he wasn't really affectionate or told his kid that he loved him enough. We follow a crackhead whose fucking storyline is more interesting than Marcus, but yeah, all these people are kind of terrible people. Like even Paul, the police officer, like is cheating on his wife with
Oh
Justine
yeah.
and all that. But Marcus, out of everyone, probably didn't deserve what he got.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
and then you kind of just see him like he kind of just comes out of nowhere. Like it caught me off guard before you get his perspective because Justine is getting like Archer comes up to Justine in the gas station. And then you just see him run out of nowhere, and it's like, oh shit! Like he's running like the kids. Like why is he all bloody? Like what's going on? It's really weird. And then it
Yeah.
cuts to his perspective back, and it's like, oh, this is what happened to him. The Gladys is the villain. I guess it was necessary to show us how it works, because up until that point, you don't really know, why all the kids just ran away. Like they weren't abducted, they just ran out of their house. Like what's going on? And then I think I talked to you about this when we were talking about the film, like when it first came out. But people are blaming Justine for the kids in her class going missing, and somebody actually Archer graffitis her car and puts
Yeah.
witch on it, and then bro, he has the fucking nerve to go up to her afterward. But the reveal is that Gladys is a witch, and that she uses witchcraft. She puts spells on people. It's not really all said. It's kind of really just shown. And I get the sense she's super old, because there's a cut in this that we get of Alex looking into Gladys's bedroom, because she just randomly comes to stay with his family one day. And she looks super like old, bro, but she sucks the life force from other people by using her witchcraft. That's pretty much, that's the twist. I mean, how are we feeling about that? Because I don't know, I kind of had some mixed feelings, if I'm being honest. I'm thinking back to when I was watching this, and I was like, huh, like that's what it is.
Yeah, I kind of felt similar. I don't know. I think I said this even back then when I'd first seen it. I feel like I really need to watch it again because I think going in blind is I love doing that. I preferably do
Yeah.
that if I can for a movie that I'm excited for. But I think watching a movie for the second time while where you kind of know now what the plot is, like, and you know what is going to happen, you kind of are able to, I guess, pay attention a bit better just because you know what is about to happen and you kind of maybe pick up more on things as opposed to your first watch. So I wonder if now that I know where it's going, if it still feels that way, because I felt the same way. I felt like the reveal of it being a witch to me felt kind of um I guess not satisfying, just because like I don't know, and it depends on the person watching as well, because me personally, when I try and think about it, I don't think I've seen that many movies with like witchcraft or witches in it. Like now that I think about it, because I know that witches are like, one of the, if you're gonna name like horror slash like I don't know, like Halloween spooky deities or whatever, they'd probably be in the top 10 when you name like just most popular to the name, maybe even the top 5, if you can't name any more than that. But you know what I mean? So I just think I
Yeah.
haven't I personally haven't really seen that many. Like I've seen I've seen the Vivitch or whatever, or the Witch by Robert Edgars. And I to two nothing else jumps out in my head, like that's the only one that I can remember like off the top of my head. I'm sure I've seen others, but like I think that's why it felt kind of
Silly, maybe. I don't know.
maybe because I feel like my perspective on witches is like from like Scooby Doo, and it feels more like I don't know, like and also Gladys, she does like evil stuff in it, like, but there's only one thing that happens where I really felt like, oh my god, like she's evil, and then besides that she just felt like kind of silly, like, and I think part of that is how she looks, because she just looks like so silly in a way as well. I will say though, there's a shot of her in the bed when Archer sees her that fucking is
Oh
terrifying.
God,
Yeah, like that
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 was a wild jump scare.
yeah, that one is terrifying. And then there's another shot of her reminding me kind of Pennywise, where she's like in the woods waving at what is the
Oh,
guy's name? Like the junkie guy. There's a shot of her.
James.
Yeah,
James.
yeah. There's a shot of her waving at him when she's in the woods, and just that shot, how she's just far enough to where she's not fully in focus, but I can see her hair. Like that was kind of off-putting. So I think the design is good. I just think as soon as I see her in a day-to-day situation, like her talking to Marcus and going to the house and just chatting, I don't find her that much of a threat anymore, despite her like pulling out and like killing the husband and doing all this crazy shit. Um, I just think I don't know what I was expecting. It reminded me a lot of Long Legs, in the fact that
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Long Legs I had a similar problem with it where I felt like the movie itself was very grounded for the majority of the film, despite like a couple potential nods to like something potentially paranormal, but like I never would have guessed it was like devil worshippers, like the devil, straight up the devil at the end. um so when it came to that point, and like I thought it was just straight up like like they could make him a devil worshiper like fine in Long Legs, like that just that's like scary, like a satanic devil worshiper that's like a fucking serial killer, that's like terrifying. But as soon as he killed himself and then it was just straight up like the devil like possessing people and like her mom and shit, I kind of lost it a bit, because I was like, oh, I thought this was going to be like a grounded detective horror story where Longlegs is just straight up like this Zodiac type guy where he's just leaving clues, and like that to me was interesting. As soon as it became like all this other stuff, it felt less grounded to me than the rest of the movie was. And I feel like a similar thing happens here in Weapons, because Gladys is like, she doesn't even appear like for real until like the second half of the film. And I think the first half of the film is such a grounded, like, besides the kids just running off, like clearly something weird is happening there, like potentially paranormal. um but that's like the only real paranormal thing, besides like some random jump scares here and there. But like, you know what I mean, for the most part it's kind of like a mystery on like, why are these kids gone, what is it. At no point in my mind was I like, oh, it's witchcraft, you
Witches,
know.
man. It's clearly witches.
See, like, and that's just my thing. It's just like it works. I'm not saying it doesn't. I just think and it might be my fault. I might have expected, I guess, more or a bigger reveal. And I think that when the reveal came to me, my expectations made it unsatisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you like on all fronts of that. I mean, the long legs analogy is really good. I I went into that movie expecting a grounded Silence of the Lambs. It got compared to Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous now thinking back to it. But um, I expected this film to be like super grounded, and I think that's just what it is. Is, you know, in Barbarian, that film has some crazy shit going on, but I
Yeah.
feel like I could believe that could maybe like happen, maybe. I don't know. But this, it's like when I realize it's witchcraft, I'm like, okay, well that doesn't exist. So anything else in this story is like obviously it's made up, it's fiction, but it's like less satisfying because I mean I don't know what theories you had. The kids disappear at night. You know, it's so random. That's the whole selling point of the movie. I wanted something that was like, I don't know, like maybe everyone, the parents of all those kids in that class are like like serial predators, and it's like a ritual, or I don't know, like something where it's like, holy shit, this could actually be happening, or it could happen in real life. But the fact it's like witchcraft, and it happens, like you said, we don't even see Gladys until like maybe 2/3 into the movie,
Yeah.
halfway. And it's not that it isn't set up right, or that I think the writing is lazy, or it's bad, but it's, my expectation was I wanted something that was grounded and was like a real detective thriller that could, you know, be drawn out, and be grounded in reality, and, you know, not be a, what's the word? Because when it's witchcraft, you know, it's like, okay, there's all these rules now. There's like magic,
Mm-hmm.
you know, similar to like Sinners, how, spoiler for Sinners, you find out that vampires are the main antagonist in that film. It's like, okay, well, you know, it's a pre-established kind of monster, you know, whatever myth. So it's like there's all these rules that kind of come with it, or there's all this kind of premeditated stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of was a little left. I was left unsatisfied a little bit with where the story went. But I honestly think, that being said, it still is a really, really good movie. And honestly, the first half of it, like you said, is really good because you kind of just follow these characters. It's a mystery. Everyone's pointing fingers at each other. They're all paranoid. It's like I want to know what's going on just as much as them when I was watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I don't want to knock Zach Cregger for doing something cool and bold. I think he has a really good movie on his hands. And I think I enjoyed this just as much. Honestly, maybe even a little bit more than Barbarian, just because of all the characters in the cast that we follow. But
Mm.
I did want something a little bit more, like, I don't know, maybe ritual, dark, like something like Prisoners type shit, you know? Like Prisoners,
Yeah, yeah,
that
something like
plot could
that.
happen. It probably has happened in real life, and that is fucking terrifying. But this, uh, still a really crazy plot. Witchcraft is in it. It's still really entertaining, but it's like, okay, well, that's all that it is, you know? It's in its own league,
Yeah, see,
and
that's what I'm
not in a bad
saying.
way.
Like, I kind of want to rewatch it now with my expectations being like exactly what it is and seeing if I enjoy it a little bit more now that I know what's coming. Um, because I think, I was like speculating about this movie, even though I only saw like the very first teaser trailer. I never even watched any of the full length trailers for this film because I was so excited off of that one teaser. I was like, I want to go into this as blind as possible. And my only speculation came from that and like the title of the movie. And so all I knew was the premise that the kids disappear. And I saw the little like creepy footage they showed of like from like doorbell cameras of the kids running like in the
Yeah, like
street.
CCTV.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. So I was like thinking like, okay, it's called Weapons, and I was thinking that this movie, I didn't think this was gonna happen, but I thought it was gonna be like a metaphor for like school shootings in America because like the title is Weapons, and it's like an entire classroom of kids get up and they're just gone, they disappeared, and I thought that it was gonna be like a metaphor for like survivors like guilt mixed
Hmm.
with like parents like searching for some sort of thing to blame because it's like what do? You're helpless in that situation, and a lot of these parents and teachers and everyone feel helpless and they're looking for something to like. I really felt like the first half I was like, dang, I'm watching something that's literally like that. But then when it when it flips to Gladys, I just felt like completely like like all that was undercut, and I was like, oh, it's not that. And I was like, damn, like I thought this is gonna be like some political, and not that like something needs to be making a big political message for it to be good or anything, but I mean, in the times we're living right now where there are shootings in schools every year here, it's like becoming more and more insane. I felt like it was like, I don't know, it seemed to me like it was going to be saying something about that in a creative artistic way, which I always appreciate. You know, all the best films throughout history are saying stuff about real life, you know. They're not all just the story. They all have substance.
Yeah, they got a theme.
Yeah, and I that's what I felt like it was going to be. But now afterwards I think it's more so just like, oh, it's called Weapons because the kids literally become weapons at the end of the movie when they kill Gladys.
God. I mean, I think you're kind of onto something there. I mean, the kids do disappear. Like, yeah, they do become weapons, but
Mhm.
I mean, everyone in the town just tears each other apart, dude. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's like trying to blame Justine. Um, everyone's just kind of at each other's throats because they do want answers for why these kids are gone. And uh, maybe it could kind of be related to like school shootings. Obviously, a witch is what pulls them out of the classroom, but
Mhm.
it's the random and sudden like absence of all these children and like not having a reason why or anyone to blame or any type
Yeah.
of closure kind of just has this whole town kind of go crazy.
See, that's the
And
part
and
that was most interesting to me.
yeah, I know it. I told you this when I first saw this movie, but it felt like the Twilight Zone. Like the beginning of
Oh
this feels
yeah.
like an episode of the Twilight Zone because there's a specific episode. Let me try to look it up. I think it's called like The Lights or something like that. But
Mhm.
there's an episode of the Twilight Zone where the power goes out in this small town. Then you start seeing the power go on in like one neighbor's house shuts off, then another neighbor's house gets power for a couple hours, and everyone's like, "What the hell's going on? Like, how come your house is getting power? Like, are you the one that's like causing all this?" And you just see everyone implode on each other for absolutely no reason. And then I think the twist is like, I don't know. I think the government's just like testing the power grid or some shit. But I know it's kind of silly, but it's the idea that you know,
People turn
even
on
when
each
there's no
other.
logical experience, if there's no logical reason for like why somebody would be to blame for something, we will still find a reason to
Yeah.
kind of villainize them.
Mhm.
And that's what this kind of reminded me of. And then of course, the
Yeah.
witchcraft and shit is kind of thrown into it. But that's what I kind of got from it. I was like, okay, maybe this is what it's trying to say is like in times of hardship or in times of, distress or, confusion where we don't know what to do we really just kind of like lose all our humanity and just go at each other's throats, even
Yeah.
if it's like it doesn't make no logical sense.
And that was another thing that I was thinking while watching it, because and I still feel like this is true, except again, Marcus's perspective is the only one that doesn't fit with this idea. But I feel like every single perspective in this film is from somebody who is alone. Like we get Justine, and she's like completely isolated after like all the parents are blaming her, questioning her, like looking for answers, and she doesn't have any. She's just as confused. And it really felt like it was like, oh, you would think that if something like this were to happen, something like where these kids just are all, disappeared, if anything, it should bring the community closer together, but it doesn't do that. Justine is isolated and like, scared for her safety. And then Archer is like, Josh Brolin's character Archer is like, missing his kid, and he has his wife there, but she's not really there because it seems like he's neglecting that relationship because he's so obsessed with finding his child, finding someone to blame. And then we look at Alex, and of course he's isolated. Like he's literally like a child with no one to talk to because of the whole Gladys situation. And then we look at what was his name? James. James is literally
Yeah.
like a victim of circumstance where he's literally living alone. Like no one looks at him, like pays him mind. He's homeless. He's trying to call about getting a job and trying to do anything, and he's just, he can't. And I really was like, oh my god, like, oh, and then the cop,
Paul.
Alden Ehrenreich, Paul, yeah, he's in a relationship, but he's clearly not a good husband. He's not a good person. He seems like he's not really there. He's he himself seems like he's isolated, and I really felt like there was something about all these people that they all have something in common. And then we get to Marcus, and it's like, oh no, like he's got a husband, he's chilling, they're eating 7 hot dogs together and some carrots and cookies, and then he's like the only one that doesn't fit in this narrative. And I just think I really feel like all the other perspectives were decided, and then I felt like they were like, oh well, like how are we going to explain how Marcus pulls up? And I think they really were just like, I guess let's just throw him in for a quick little perspective thing, because his is like 5 to 7 minutes. I don't think it's that long, whereas all the other ones are like 15, 20, maybe a little bit
Yeah.
over 20, like they all have pretty long like sections that dedicated from their perspective before they all converge, whereas Marcus's is like 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah, and it's weird because we see Marcus like all geeked out,
Hmm.
and then we get the perspective of how that happened, and then it kind of does create a lull in the movie. And I think the only reason it happens is so we can see how the witchcraft works.
Yeah.
But even then, like Gladys explains it to Alex, like explains it like she would to a child how the witchcraft shit
Yeah,
works.
that's true.
So it's like I don't want to say it's doubling down, but it's like explaining it to us a second time, or I guess having us see how it works like right in front of us, and then like it tells us how Alex got all his classmates to leave class. But
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I really think I'm onto something with the perspectives and how they all have stuff in common, how it's saying something about
yeah,
community, but despite it being in a time where you would think everyone would be coming together for support, like all these people have no support. In fact, even less support than they typically would. I really feel like it's saying something there, which like I think that's got to be intentional. Um, I just feel like with Marcus, like again, it's like probably the only one that doesn't really fit, and it makes me wonder if you were to take that, like edit that out of the film, because like you were saying, Gladys ends up explaining how the witchcraft works anyway to Alex. I really like it. It seems like that scene is only there so that we see how Marcus wound up chasing after Justine. So, and I guess it's because we see her cut off a piece of Justine's hair earlier in the film when she's sitting in the car.
oh god, that's such a creepy ass scene,
Yeah,
dude.
it really is. We see that, and I guess this is the payoff for that. We see what she does with the hair, and we kind of understand why that happened now. So I guess you need it, but at the same time, it's just I don't know. It feels like it's the only one that's a little like it stands out.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe that's just because they were like, damn, like I guess we have to have this in for that sake. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done with that, because it's just the
I
only
would have
one that feels a little weird.
I would have just cut it out completely. Maybe made some of the other characters have more to honestly wanted to see more of Archer.
I did too.
Um because like you get this sense of like always like he's failing at his job, he wasn't a good father
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like there's a part where he gives like a speech and he's like, man, I wish I told you I loved you more, like you aren't
Hmm.
here, like I want to say it to you all the time. um yeah, I would have just cut out the Marcus part, and I would have preferred seeing him be under the spell or whatever and still be intrigued, like what the hell, now he's attacking people. It's like those kids ran away with the same, their arms out, and now Marcus is attacking Julia, like, or Justine, I'm sorry. So it's like, okay, what the hell's going on? And I feel like the end of the film does it. It explains it pretty well. We see Gladys like weaponize Paul, the cop, because he goes into the house. Dude's an idiot. And then we see him get James too, who I feel bad for because they both get murked because they end up trying to kill Justine and Archer. Dude, actually, this movie's really funny. Actually, we haven't talked about how funny this movie is.
There are, yeah.
Written by a sketch comedy artist, so it's gonna have funny jokes. But there's a part where you see James the crackhead. He's fighting Josh Brolin's character, and he just keeps getting up like I swear like 30 times. And Josh Brolin's just tossing him around this living room because he's like a skinny ass
He
crackhead.
literally like ragdolls
Yeah,
him multiple
yeah, and
times.
it'll go quiet, and he's like, "Ah," and then they'll throw him, and he's like, "Ah," and it gets to the point where I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, knock his ass out or something. But yeah, I mean, I think the way the film ends, despite us, talking about our expectations, it was really satisfying. We see Justine and Archer go into the house. They find these kids in the basement. They're just chilling. Gladys is taking their life force or whatever. And then Alex ends up using the kids to kill Gladys, because it's pretty much like putting a heat-seeking missile on a person when you do the spell.
Oh, yeah.
And then they chase her. It's such a weird, jarring scene, but like in a funny way, because you just see how like 17 children are just chasing this old lady, and she's like, there's a shot of her like running through the house, and it's tracking her, and then it like whips to one of the kids like jumping through windows and shit. Like she was on some crazy shit, bro. It's just like, bro, analyze this shit. Like, goddamn. And then they rip her apart. They rip her fucking body apart. Like, I thought they were just gonna like stomp her out or some shit, but they actually, I was impressed at how strong the kids were. They rip their limbs. It's satisfying. That bitch had to go. And then Archer walks off with his kid. And then what does it end? It's like some of the kids began to speak again.
Oh yeah.
And then they recover, because from what I got, Gladys takes their life force, right? They were just chilling in the basement.
Well, see, yeah,
I don't know if
I was gonna ask about that, because it could be that it's been 2 months since I've seen this, but okay. I don't remember, why did she want Alex to get all the kids again? Like, why did she want them all to pull up there? Like, what was the reason?
Well, when Gladys visits Alex's parents, she puts them in that catatonic state. And from what I got, is she takes their life force, but Alex still has to feed them and care for them. They're kind of just there. It looks like they're just sitting and they're awake constantly for 24 hours. So it's like she's literally taking their energy, life force, whatever.
But they have to be fed. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like the younger a body is, the more life she can take from it. So since Alex was there, she was like, listen, I can't leave the house. I need you to help me. Get me some stuff from all your classmates, the classroom. I'll call them all here, and I'll have even more, bodies or people to live off of.
I think you're right. I think that is what they say. I don't know. I don't think they ever explicitly explain it, but I think you're right, because when we first see her, she's like completely bald, and I know that she has a wig, but I think even despite having the wig, I think she looks like maybe she's not as decrepit as she first was when she arrived. So maybe like it's working. It's kind of giving her more energy, or like, I guess that is what it is. Cause I do get the vibe that maybe she's like unnaturally old. And the reason why she's able to survive so long is she's been, I guess, doing similar things where she just takes other people's energy and she just kind of uses them like batteries, I guess, just sitting there until they wither out.
Yeah. It's like she feeds off of them. She's a parasite.
I guess that is what it is. Yeah.
I don't know. I do like how it's not explicitly explained, but I think maybe just the second half of the movie or whatever, the last act, it all happens so fast where it's like, oh shit, like she's like, what is this? Is like voodoo? Is this magic? Like, what is happening? Maybe that's why they put Marcus's story in there. Like, I don't know, so we could see it twice and then put it together and be like, oh shit, like this is like it's a spell. She can do it. It's not just some weird thing.
I guess they also did it because they, up until that point, I
don't think we met her, right?
Yeah, I don't think we knew. Yeah, it was kind of like, I guess, the first big like shock. Because I mean, like, it is a pretty graphic scene,
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's it. It's for like the big shock reveal. Yeah, I did want to say real quick. You talked about how you get the vibe that Archer as a dad was maybe not that good of a dad. Maybe like didn't say I love you enough, and I think that kind of shows in a way that wouldn't be like immediately known unless you like thought about it. But his son, when you see like flashbacks of his son's a bully to Alex. Like his son is the bully at school. He's not a nice kid to Alex, and like a lot of times if we don't see Archer ever like discipline his son or anything like that, but even like the act of absence can cause a kid to seek out attention in other ways. So I think that the fact that they gave his son that little characteristic is like a extra detail that I think I really appreciated that. I noticed that.
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone except maybe Marcus and Alex for sure are just victims, and everyone else is victims as well, but they're just really flawed people, and you see their flaws, what's the word? I guess kind of become even bigger in this situation, you know, like I said, Justine's really impulsive. She keeps trying to talk to Alex when Marcus is like, listen, you don't need to be contacting this kid. Archer's thrown his marriage and his job to the side to look for his kid because he just feels so guilty. James, you know, while he's a crackhead, I'll give him this. He's a hustler, right? He was trying to get a job. He actually, this is why I feel bad that he died, because he actually saves the fucking kids. He finds them, and then, you know, obviously he gets fucked over, but I don't think the movie could have happened if he didn't find them, right?
I was gonna say that's actually like one of the like funnier jokes I remember. I remember like at least for me, I thought it was really funny when he first breaks into that house and then he sees the kids and then
God, yeah, that's creepy.
It's a creepy shot, and then he kind of like gets the fuck out of there. But then he goes to the like pawn shop to get some money, and I like love the little like look he gets when he like sees the sign, like, oh, have you seen like these kids, like they've been missing? And then you kind of think like, oh, is he gonna like be like, oh my god, like the kids, like I he does do that, but it's not until he sees the like reward money, and then it's just like, oh my god, like the reward, and like that's what he's like asking about. Like, I thought that was like that was like little non-verbal part was so funny.
Like, these kids have been missing for like weeks.
Yeah, but
and he calls the hotline and he's like, so how can I like collect the money? 'Cause I found a kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what does he say? He's like, I have phobia. Like, I can't go near police stations.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah,
dude, and another funny part. Well, it's not funny for the police officer, but he gets fucking stabbed in the face for with like the fucking syringes, and then you just see you see him deck him in the face.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I did that. He's like, just don't. He's like, I better not see you around here again. Oh my god, yeah, this movie's funny. It's such a crazy thriller as it is. It has a lot of weird moments of brevity where it's like situational comedy. Yeah, just it's written really well. Like, I think it's a kind of a multi-genre film, and
for sure,
super enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. You know, even though it wasn't everything I wanted it to be. Is any movie ever really? You know, I could write my own version of Weapons and be happy with it, but you know, Zach Cregger did, and this film is phenomenal. I definitely think this is worth seeing in theaters if you can, and it's even worth buying on DVD. I mean, such a unique movie. I can't wait to see what Zach Cregger does next. But yeah, I mean, I'm hyped.
I agree.
This dude's career is taking off. I like it. It's cool.
See. Hang on, Nick. I'm gonna, before we wrap up. Oh, Nick, you never reviewed this. I was about to say, let's look at our initial reviews on Letterboxd.
What?
All you did was give it 4 stars, bro. You didn't write anything.
Oh, dude, I was lazy, bro.
Get this dude out. Bro.
I did. This is the review. 2 months later. Yeah. It's probably more thought out than my out of theater experience would be. Actually, 4 stars, despite me being a little disappointed by this, is not bad. Not a little disappointed. Just, I don't know. It's the twist is what gets me, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
It's the I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of something else that's wacky.
Yeah, it did feel a little. It felt like a very wacky for a movie that has such serious, like ominous tone in certain sections. You know,
it's like, bro, if we went to go see Prisoners, right, and we saw a trailer or whatever, kids go missing, and then like near the end of the movie, it's like, oh, it's actually vampires, and they're using mind control to make the kids disappear. Then you got me kind of leaning back in my seat, like, okay. Yeah. Like, you had me hooked for this whole movie, and then it's like out of left field. It's this whole other thing. And what does it for me is it just goes from something that's grounded to the fantastical, the mythical, you know? It's like, oh, that's not really real, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what it is for me. But still really good movie. I definitely need to watch this again because you bringing up that scene about Archer's kid is a really good detail where,
Oh yeah.
you know, you could just get the idea of, oh, like his kid's an asshole, but it's like, okay, well, why is his kid an asshole? So this film is written really well. The structure is done in a really unique way that keeps me intrigued. Yeah, just a great film overall. I think 4 stars. I'm keeping my rating.
Okay.
That last star is just minor plot details, maybe even a little bit of Marcus's story feeling out of place. But I mean, I guess it was necessary because that is when we finally get introduced to Gladys. I think she comes into like the counselor's office, and it's a cool shot they do. You see her like walking behind like frosted glass, and you're like, oh shit, like who is that? And then she sits down, and it's like, oh god, like what is that? God. All right, what's your rating, bro?
Okay, let me start by since I actually reviewed this back when I saw it. I want to look back on my initial thoughts.
Read it.
All right, this was watched on August 7th on my birthday.
Hey, happy belated birthday!
Yeah, shout out me. So I wrote, I'm glad I was able to see this on my birthday, as it is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And even though it's not the masterpiece a lot of people were making it out to be, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. First hour of this film is so undeniably good. I felt unsettled and on the edge of my seat. The premise and setup of this story is amazing. I really liked what they did with the structure of the film up until the final 30 minutes or so. In some ways, this film feels more like a comedy than the quote best horror movie of 2025 end quote it was promised as. I think the reveal this story was building up to felt unsatisfying when compared to how great of a setup it was. Still, I enjoyed the watch and found the comedy did make me laugh. I just think I personally wanted the ending to match the atmosphere the first hour has. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. In that review. So as I sit here, I'm gonna have to stick with that. I'll have to stick with 3.5. That could change. I could see myself giving this a 4. Like I said, I like to rewatch movies, knowing what happens, because that could potentially change my I don't know, like it's just like different, because like with this, like I said, I was expecting it to go a certain way, and when it didn't, it kind of like blindsided me. So maybe now, since I won't be blindsided, maybe I can watch it with a different perspective. But yeah, for now, I think this was not quite a 4 for me, but like just under. Like if we're going on like an out of 10 scale, it's like a 7, maybe even a 7.5. It's kind of in that zone where I feel like it's a little bit better than a 7, but not quite an 8. But it's definitely not a 6. It's definitely not a 3 out of 5 for me. So I'm gonna stick with my 3.5 out of 5 rating, but still overall, I think it's a very well made film.
Okay. I agree with you. Definitely worth a rewatch. It's not one of those watch it and you're good. This definitely has a lot of layers to it.
It definitely stuck with me. It was one of those movies where I kept thinking about, different scenes or the story like the next week or so.
Yeah, and dude, like I said, the cast in this is amazing. Jennifer Garner, or I'm sorry, Julia Garner, does really well. Dude, there's too many Garners. Josh Brolin is great in this. The kid who plays Alex, I think, had some really difficult scenes to do where he's like genuinely terrified of his parents killing him.
Yeah,
and he did really well as too. So I'm excited to see what Zach Cregger does.
Well, apparently he's making a prequel.
He writes some crazy shit.
He does. Apparently he's making a prequel for Gladys. Have you heard about that?
Oh, fuck nah.
You haven't heard about that?
Oh.
Dude, I swear. Let me look it up really fast and see what news
I thought he was working on another movie.
He is,
I think
but he's also
working on a Resident Evil movie.
He is, and I'm actually excited for that.
See, that would be fucking cool because Resident Evil, yeah, I know what that shit's about, dude. Actually, I don't, and I do. So I know it's supernatural. I know it's zombies, Raccoon City, right? Like, it could be cool. The potential is there.
Here we go. It's official. It's not even. This was speculation about a month ago, but this is as of 6 days ago. Forbes confirms it's official. Weapons is getting a prequel about Aunt Gladys. Zach Cregger confirms it's a film is in development at Warner Bros. And New Line Cinema, though a timeline is not yet set. The prequel will expand on the backstory of the character that Cregger had. I didn't know this. Okay, the prequel will expand on a backstory for the character that Cregger had previously written but cut from the Weapons script due to length. But he's currently preparing to direct Resident Evil and an original sci-fi project called Flood, which will come before the prequel. So who knows when we'll get this, but I didn't know this, but apparently it's based on a prequel, or I guess a backstory that he had written for this, so he's going to expand on it. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do not care.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, when he made Sinners, made it his entire vision, no plans of a sequel prequel. I feel like if you wanted to tell Weapons like the entire story how it should have all been in that first movie. You know,
Yeah.
Very rarely does a prequel or a sequel like add upon the original body of work. I mean, well, we just watched Blade Runner 2049. That movie does a phenomenal job at that, but that took years to do.
Yeah.
And of course, it like Denis Villeneuve did that. So a lot of thought went into it, but I don't know. I really don't care either. I'm honestly more hyped for the Resident Evil movie.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't think watching this prequel series will be like, make me be like, you know what? Weapons is a 5 actually. Like they should have kept this in the movie. Like it probably would just make me more mad that like, I don't know. It just whatever.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of people out there like really love the character Gladys, and like I don't like hate her, but I don't know. I just think she's all right. Like, you know, I'm not like obsessed with her like a lot of people are. Like I do not have any, I guess, I don't know. I don't have any care or want for a prequel regarding her. I'm sure I'll still end up seeing it if it actually does come out. I'm sure we'll talk about it. It's just I don't care. I guess because she was like, I guess the part of the movie that it kind of flipped things for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need more of that bitch.
Yeah,
I don't know. Give me the Resident Evil movie, bro. That sounds lit.
I agree. Hey, well, that'll be coming, I guess, maybe 2 years from now or so, maybe a year and a half. Hey, yep.
The Batman.
All right, Nick. Well, I think we gave a very thorough review. I actually think, despite us not recording in like 2 months, I think this is one of our better breakdowns and reviews of a movie, like ever, low key. I think we kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Actually, that whole, I guess, thesis you gave of like school shootings, I think actually was that was really close to maybe what the theme was.
Hey, we're gonna have to get, once we edit this, we're gonna have to get on the TikTok grind, get the little clips pumping out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, a year ago.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyone that is still here, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed our breakdown. If you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, or anywhere that lets you produce a comment, go in the comments and let us know what you think, what you guys thought of Weapons. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Do you love Gladys? Let us know down below. Leave a like, subscribe wherever you are. You know, it helps push the thing out. We are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Reddit, we are on, I think we're even on Threads, we got a Discord. Me and Nick's personal letterbox are down below in the description. If you would like to follow us, we will follow you back. You know, go check out some of our reviews on there. Hopefully Nick actually leaves the reviews and not just a rating.
Bro. I gave a good ass review. I cooked for this one.
Hey, he didn't write anything, so. But anyway, all that is down in the description. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys on the next episode, which hopefully should be next week. And as of listening to this, and it will probably be on One Battle After Another, Paul Thomas Anderson's latest film, which I will be seeing. Actually, I will have seen it by the time you listen to this. So get ready for the review.
I'm so excited, guys.
Yeah. All right, Nick, anything you want to say to sign us off?
Hey. Fuck Aunt Gladys.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see you guys on the next episode.
Goodbye.